Hello everyone, this is Dr. Satish S. Bornare, Department of Genetics and Plant Breeding, Kekewak College of Agriculture, Nasik. Today we are going to learn the topic environmental pollution. So friends, what is actually this environmental pollution or pollution is? So any undesirable change in physical, chemical and biological properties of air, water and soil which affect the environment and the living world adversely is known as pollution. In simple word, any undesirable change in the environment which is harmful to any kind of living world or any kind of living organism is known as pollution, and the agent which cause pollution is called as pollutant, or in other words the pollution causing agent is called as pollutant. And examples are chemicals, dust, sediments, grit, etc. These are the pollutant which causes pollution. So what are the different types of pollution? First one is air pollution, then water pollution, soil pollution, noise pollution, radioactive pollution, thermal pollution and marine pollution. These are the types of pollutions. Let us see one by one in detail. First one is air pollution. So what is the air pollution is? The increase in concentration of noxious species of the gases in the atmosphere above their standard proportion due to the mixing of air with gases, smoke and dust is called as air pollution. So friends, we all know that the atmosphere is nothing but the gases blanket or gases surrounding the earth, and in this atmosphere when a concentration of these noxious species of gases increase beyond the limit of the standard proportion, and due to this the mixing of air with gases, smoke and dust is the result of this is of pollution. Or in a simple word, any solid, liquid or gaseous substance present in the atmosphere in such a concentration that may or tend to be injurious to the human being or any living creature or plants or a property or enjoyment. So this is the air pollution. So what are the causes of air pollution? Industrial waste. So in this industrial waste, the petroleum refineries as the major source which causing the air pollution. Then next is thermal power stations. The coal consumption of the thermal plants are the source, and cheap pollutants are the fly ash, SO2 and hydrocarbons. So these are the different pollutant which is uh, related to the air pollution, and source of these pollutants are thermal power stations. Then third one is automobiles. In these automobiles, the release of carbon monoxide, nitrogen oxide, hydrocarbons, then organic acids, etc. from the different automobiles causing air pollution. Then next is natural sources. Due to the natural calamities activities like cyclone, high velocity wind, then other type of natural calamities like earthquake, making atmosphere full of dust and flying gases from the volcanoes, and then pollen grains from the plants, forest forest fires and the microbes are the natural sources which causing air pollution. Then agri activities and smoking. In these agri activities, for increased crop yield, excess of harmful chemicals are sprayed nowadays with which travel large distance with polluting airs and causing air pollution. And the smoking is the another cause. In smoking, the cigarette, bidis, etc. pollute the air with the smoke. Then nuclear explosion. The nuclear explosion pollute the large area at once, inducing many hazardous chemicals, dust particle in excess. Besides that, there are some crackers during the entertainment. Many shows organized on wedding, Diwali, and large amount of sulfur and nitrogen gases induced in the air. So these are the some of the causes which leads to a air pollution. Then what are the different sources and effect of air pollution? Here we can see the different air pollutant, their main sources and effect, in which first is carbon dioxide. The main source of carbon dioxide is vehicle burning of fuels for the energy production, and effect is global warming. Then second one is carbon monoxide. It is also released from the vehicles, and this carbon monoxide reduces the oxygen carrying capacity and harms the asthmatic people. Then third air pollutant is sulfur dioxide, which produced by the burning of coal, oil, automobiles, exhaust, etc. And effect of this sulfur dioxide is the lung cancer, respiratory problem, choking, burning of eyes. Cause this SO2 cause the acid rain when it mix with the water, and chlorosis on the leaf is observed due to the sulfur dioxide, and it also reduces the fertility of the soil. Then fourth pollutant is suspended particulate matter, which is uh, the main source of this. So SPM is the smoke from the houses, industries, and vehicles, and also the earthquake. So these are the main sources of this SPM, and effect of this SPM is poisonous according to the combination, and increases the effect of the SO2, and it forms the smoke, and rusting increases due to this SPM. Then next one is the nitrogen oxide, NO2. The main source of NO2 is burning of fuel in vehicles and from the forest fires. It affects the respiratory infection in kids, rust producing, and stunted the growth. Then next air pollutant is oxides and ozones, which is emitted from the vehicles and photochemical reactions, and effect of these oxides and ozones are burning in eyes, and then damaged lungs, reduces visibility, then chlorosis on the leaves in case of plants, and ozone is hazardous for plants. So these are the some of the sources and their effect on human being. Then what are the control measures to control or curb this air pollution? First is a proper selection of manufacturing site in order to disperse the pollution source. All kind of industries must be established away from the residential zone, considering topography and wind direction. This is the important point, that to control the air pollution, the proper selection of manufacturing site is very necessary. Next is proper selection of fuel. That is, we have to select the proper fuel so that there is less air pollution. For example, the gobar gas, biogas, or LPG gas may be used. Then forest cover should be protected by restricting deforestation, and afforestation programs should be adopted, that is planting of pollution tolerant plants, so that the pollution or air pollution should be minimized. Then there must be a green belt around the every township and industrial area. So we all know that the industrial area or township should be having the green belt around the industry or township, so that the air pollution or air noise pollution may be reduced. Then regular service of vehicle, the engine should be well tuned. So these are the some measures by that the vehicle produce less amount of the carbon dioxide or carbon monoxide, and the air pollution is controlled. Then to develop the pollution free fuel, used good quality fuel. So when we use the good quality fuel, there is a less air pollution. So we must adopt this good quality fuel for our vehicles. Next, the industrial gaseous waste is passes through the scrubbers so that it leaves less harmful and control the air pollution. The next is legal and technological control. There should be strict legislation. There is a and technological control available, and we must adopt it to control the air pollution. Then last, increasing use of renewable energy. So in case of the renewable energy, when we utilize the renewable energy, it is less harmful and creating less air pollution. Then second is water pollution. So any physical or chemical changes in the water which adversely affect its use for the domestic, irrigation, industrial and recreational purpose, or adversely affect the aquatic biota is referred as a water pollution. So by the definition, if there is any change in the normal properties of water, it may referred as a water pollution. And when the quantity or composition of water changes directly or indirectly as a result of man activities such that it become unfit for any purpose, it is said to be a polluted. Then what are the different causes of the water pollution, in which first is disease causing agents, that is pathogens. So bacteria, viruses, protozoa and parasite once enter from the domestic sewage or untreated human or animal waste. So this is the first cause of the water pollution. Then second is sewage or any other waste. So the sewage derived from the home waste and animal or from food processing plants, and these causes the water pollution. It includes the human excreta, paper, cloth, soap, detergent, etc. When it mixes with the tap water or normal water, it polluted the water. Then third is industrial effluents. A wide variety of inorganic and organic pollutants present in the effluents, which from breweries, tanneries, dyeing, textile, paper, pulp mill and steel industries, mining operation, etc. This variety of the inorganic and organic pollutants are the primary source or major source of the water pollution. And this pollution includes oil, grease, plastic, metallic waste, then phenols and toxins. So these are the different type of industrial effluents and waste which causes the water pollution. Then agriculture discharge. The chemical used as a fertilizer or pesticides are the agriculture discharge which causes the water pollution. Then industrial waste and human activities. Two chief pollutants are as heat and radioactive substances from thermal and nuclear power plants, and these nuclear power plants as a source of the radionuclides, and which causes the water pollution. And the human activities like bathing, then washing clothes and excreting in the river, ponds, etc. in small towns and villages, and disposals of the dead human bodies or animal bodies also causes the water pollution. Then next is water transport. So during this water transport, oil transport from oil well present at the seashore and oil pollution of the sea and water takes place due to this water transport. And during this water transport, different commodities are transmitted, and leakage of such commodities causes the oil or water pollution. Then these are the some of the pollutant or some of the causes which causes the water pollution. Then what are the different sources of the pollution? So according to the sources, there are two type of pollutant, that is point sources and non-point sources. So what is this point sources means? When sources of pollution can be readily identified due to a definite source and the place where it enters in the water, it is said to come from a point source of the pollution. So in simple words, when we know the source of the pollutant, it is called as a point source. For example, municipal and industrial discharge pipes. So in this case, we exactly know the position and location of the sources. So these are the point sources. Non-point sources, when a source of the pollution cannot be readily identified, such as agriculture runoff, acid rain, they are said to be a non-point sources of the pollution. So these are the two types of sources, point sources and non-point sources. Then what are the effects of this water pollution? So in agriculture effluents, there is excess of nitrates, phosphates. So as we all know that we use the nitrate phosphate fertilizer in agriculture, and when there is these agriculture effluents, these agriculture influence enhance the growth of the plant like blue green algae in water body, and due to the excess of the spreading of these algae, other vegetation die. We can see in the different river that the blue green algae or type of green algae are present in river, which causes the other vegetation to die, or this leads to the other vegetation to die. Then next is, in polluted water, light penetration is less, and hence the process of photosynthesis is diminishing growth of the other plants. So these are the another effect of the water pollution. Then BOD and COD, that is biological or biochemical oxygen demand and chemical oxygen demand, is high in polluted water and also affect the genetic diversity of many water bodies. This is the important one effect of the water pollution. Then water becomes alkaline due to the mixing of domestic waste, in which many aquatic plants cannot be survive. When water is polluted and it becomes the alkaline, and due to that the different aquatic plants are not being able to survive. Then due to the decrease in oxygen in polluted water, the death of fish or other aquatic animals. So this is the another one effect of the water pollution, in which the increase in oxygen decrease in oxygen in polluted water may leads to the death of the fishes and other aquatic animals. Then next is, oil pollution in the ocean harms the aquatic animal in the sea. So as in the causes, we have already seen that during the oil transport, or during the oil transport to the water transport to the water transport, the oil pollution or oil leakage may happen in the ocean, and which causes the aquatic animals are the dead or hampers the aquatic animal in the sea. Then by drinking water having excess of fluoride, both pet and wild animals suffer from the weakening of the bones and teeth. The disease is known as fluorosis. So in this fluorosis, our bones and teeth are become weak due to the excess amount of fluoride in the drinking water. So this is the another one major effect of the water pollution on human body. Then cow, buffalo, sheep, goat, etc. drink polluted water and suffer from the intestinal diseases. So this is the another one impact, that when the drinking water of the animals or cattle is polluted, it causes intestinal diseases. Then presence of some metallic ion like mercury, arsenic, lead, cadmium make water poisonous and unfit for drinking. Then skin diseases, eye and other secondary infection takes place due to the contact with polluted water. So these are the some harmful effects of the polluted water on the human body. Then the amoebiasis, stomach and intestinal infection due to protozoa, tapeworm, ringworm, and many bacteria and viral diseases are waterborne. So these are the overall impact or effect of the water pollution or the polluted water on the human body. Then how to control this water pollution? First is, sewage should be treated before it discharged into the river. So we compulsorily treated the sewage before it discharged into the water. Then second is, when water polluted with oil, the oil slicks from the uh, form to be skimmed off from its surface with the suction devices, or sawdust can be spread over the oil slicks for absorbing oil. So with the help of these sawdust, or we can skim off the oil slicks by using the different suction devices, so that the oil is not mixed with the sea, and the aquatic animals or biota is not suffered from that oil. So this is the another control measure. Then solid waste containing organic matter and effluents should not be thrown into water bodies. So we should not throw the solid waste containing the organic matter into the directly into the water bodies. And fourth one is industrial waste be treated chemically to neutralize before discharge into the rivers. So this is the another one important control measure, that the industrial water or industrial waste does not directly release or discharge into the river. Before that, we should chemically neutralize it. Then waste plastic materials, rotten fruits, vegetables, not to be thrown into open drains. So, when we throw this all material in open drains, it reaches through the sea or water stream and pollute them. So we should avoid this practice. Then domestic wastewater not to be mixed with the water bodies area of the areas. So the domestic wastewater should not mix with the water bodies of the areas, so that the water bodies remain unpolluted. Then sources of the drinking water must be protected by natural fencing or wall. When we fence or protect our water bodies by creating a wall, the water bodies remain unpolluted. Then bathing, washing of the clothes, and excretion in and near the rivers and pond must be stopped, so that it cannot be reached into the water bodies. Then water bodies not be used as a dumping place for garbage and waste material, and due to this garbage and waste material, majorly the water bodies are polluted. So avoid this practice. Then law of pollution implemented strictly. As we all know that there are strict legislation also in place for the water prevention of water pollution. So we should follow the law, or we should act legally and implemented the law of pollution. Then mining and industrial areas must be a distance from the residential colonies. So these industries area or mining area are not in nearby the residential colonies, so that we can easily, or we can stop the water pollution, or the residential waste or the residential material into the common stream or into the water bodies. Then washing of the truck, tractors and other vehicle in the water bodies are not to be allowed, so that it cannot become a polluted one. Then dead animals must never be disposed of in water bodies. Then uh, through NSS, NCC camps and eco clubs, maintain the water bodies and adding cleaning powder and chemicals. So we can create a general awareness and educate the people and stop the water pollution. Then education and awareness program must be launched for cause and cure of water pollution. And last one, use of harmful insecticides, pesticides, then fertilizers can be controlled. So during rain, these chemicals and their residues do not mix with the water body. So these are the different measures by which we can control the water pollution. So Thank you friends. This is for educational purpose only and references are